Hey, Alexandru, good to meet you finally. Can you hear me? Good to go?
Yeah, I'm recording in my end, so
Beautiful. Fantastic. So just for everyone watching right now, for reference, Alexandru Don in art, he had made this infamously, I guess, very cool looking but very dysfunctional black magic pocket cinema camera rig that I still treasure.
Oh, and the wink.
Ooh, the
He's
wink.
like, see this piece of shit? This fucking
Look at this
garbage?
garbage.
Not for me.
Not
no.
for me. I'm gonna make it worse. And we spent a little time in the last podcast kind of ripping on him and, well, not ripping on him, but ripping on his gear. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the rig first, and then I'll get some questions about you. So tell me a little bit about that camera rig and why you built it, the way you built it.
okay. So basically, the camera rig was meant to be functional in the first place, and honestly, it didn't work as planned because I wanted to like build it in a way that also looks cool but works, and it ended up only looking cool.
Right.
Uh,
But that's half the battle.
yeah, exactly. To a point that some people thought it looks pretty cool and liked the post a lot, and probably I kind of fell into the trap of the Instagram algorithm and Instagram bullshit that's happening. Like, I don't know what's going on because seen a lot of normal content that's not special that was booming on Instagram, and I thought, why not try this and see if it works? And I saw that it actually works to post like normal stuff, basic stuff with your rig in the hands, just moving slowly, not doing anything creative or anything like that. And my views kind of went
Right.
up, my followers went up, and I kind of went into that trap of like posting bullshit and getting, I don't know, a lot of followers from that. But I'm not really proud of that because, like, to be honest, most of the stuff that I'm posting is not really relatable with what I work and
Right.
my actual skills.
Mhm.
And it's really funny because like I was really waiting for someone to realize how bad my black magic rig was, and you were like the one
Oh, that's
that
amazing.
finally saw it and put it out there, and it was like really funny because I was like kind of waiting for it. My girlfriend actually told me, don't post the video that you laughed at with me like putting my head down, because it was meant for TikTok. You know, TikTok videos are a little bit more silly, not really that
Yeah.
high quality and all that. And I thought like, let's post it on Instagram too. But my girlfriend said, don't post it. You're going to be like, yeah. And I ended up posting it, and you made such a fun of it. And it was like really, really funny. We were both laughing at the video really hard.
Oh man, that's so funny that there was your girlfriend was trying to talk you out of it before posting it. That makes it so much better. That is so funny. I love that. And I appreciate that you came on to the podcast today to talk about it despite all that. I'm glad you find it funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're great. You're a great sport, and you seem like a great filmmaker to me too, especially with all the work I see you doing, cinematography work. I see you do a lot of commercial stuff. At least that's the way it appears. And I was curious also, um, in terms of the social media, I don't think that's something you should feel guilty about. I mean, I post gear pics. I used to post almost just gear pics just to, try and game the system. That's just kind of part of the industry these days, right? So I don't think it's
Yeah.
something you should feel bad about. But and it's something you do really well. And in terms of like your social media, I see that you used to do a lot of. It was mostly photography. It looked like you did a little bit of modeling yourself, and then you also now you're doing it's like full on filmmaking content. And I was curious if, in terms of the work that you do, like in terms of like your main career, your main grind, do you find yourself working more from clients that you receive from your Instagram? Like, does your Instagram actually help you get work in terms of like its quality? Or do you find that your Instagram is the work now and you're mostly spending most of your time creating content for the Instagram?
Yeah, that is an amazing question, and I always try to explain that to a lot of my friends or followers or anybody. The thing with Instagram is really tricky because for me as a production company and as a cinematographer, I don't get work from Instagram at all. Instagram doesn't get me jobs that get paid well. Instagram, on the other hand, gets me different type of gear. And that's the reason I'm posting only gear.
Right.
Because I get some collaboration with brands, and I get a lot of free stuff, or I get stuff that I paid to produce or promote or anything like that. And it was kind of funny and fun, to be honest. Like, I always looked at Casey Neistat, and I always wondered what it would be to like get ton of packages and gear and stuff like that. It's not my case, obviously, but I get stuff from time to time, especially from the collaborators that I work with, and especially from Sony or other brands that I collaborate, like Nanlite, Tilta, and many more. The thing is, I've seen cinematographers that get a lot of work from Instagram. Like, for example, there is this guy from LA. I don't remember his name. He's a BB the DP or something like that, or Jacob Owens.
Okay.
And those guys, I've seen they post a lot of their work on Instagram, and I pretty much bet they get a lot of clients from that. But for me, it's not the case, because a lot of my clients don't spend time on Instagram, because I'm not filming music videos. I'm not filming other stuff that like some artist might be on Instagram and watch my work and say, hey, I want to work with this guy. Mostly the clients that I have are agencies or like older people that own businesses and know about me because I made a video for somebody, and that somebody told them about me. And that's how it goes. It's word to word or mouth to mouth. I don't know exactly how it's called, but you get the point.
Right. That's what I've heard too about sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just kind of lagging a little bit. But I've heard the similar thing that the Instagram really, I think the real crux of it, because a lot of people, they try and have a really impressive Instagram in hopes that they will get work. But in reality, the people that follow you, especially if you're a photographer and you're posting like pictures of your camera and stuff, it's just other photographers, and it typically doesn't lead to I've heard there's like a little bit of work. I've received some work mostly from my local industry through my Instagram, but it's the same way where it's just like word of mouth. We're gonna play a game here real quick. It's basically just like a multiple choice thing. But before that, is there anything you want to tell anybody about what you are, like what you do and who you are, that kind of thing? Because this is sort of the end of the interview portion. Now we're going to get into the game.
For people that don't know what I do and where I work, I'm basically, let me try and think about how to say this to sound like the best. So I'm a one-man band that owns a production company, a small production company in my town. We do a lot of commercial work for clients like Volvo, Adidas, Netflix, and other different clients. It's not Netflix, the big Netflix. It's our local Netflix agency and all that. And we try and like make the most high quality work. But the thing about us and the thing about what I do is like I try to make high quality work with like really low budgets, I would say, like compared to how it turns out and what is our budget. For example, for a video that costs around like between 2,000 euros to 5,000 euros, we might make a commercial that looks like one that was paid like 20,000 euros, you know? And we kind of like learn how to work with less, because we didn't, that is the reason why my Blackmagic rig is so shitty. It's because we don't have like access to like rental houses, or if I order something, I have to wait it for it like 2 weeks or like 3 weeks, you know? And because of that, we learn to adapt and to make things from scratch and make things work with what we have. Yeah. And sometimes we make videos that look really cool, but if you look at the behind the scenes, it's like super shitty and everything like that. But if they work and they look good, it's cool.
That's awesome. considering what you just mentioned, all about the Netflix and the type of work that you do, um, what's your advice to people who want to get involved in that kind of agency work? Like, let's say they're doing freelance stuff and they're not really working for that many agencies and they want to do bigger stuff like you're doing. What's your advice to them to kind of bring it to the next level?
So I'm gonna give an advice from my experience and what I did. Basically, I tried to take some brands that didn't have like super high quality media or videos or like good content in the first place, and I tried to propose them, hey, this is what I do. I had a pretty good portfolio at that point, so a good portfolio is really helpful when you want to sell your own work. And I contacted people that don't have like super high-end content, and I proposed to them, hey, I can improve your image and I can improve your social media presence. I can make a lot of videos and photo content for you guys in order to get more money and build your brand to be much more high quality. And when you target people that need your work, for example, people that don't have content, you might really get the job. But when you like target audiences that have really good content and like content that even you might not be at the same level, is going to be very hard to be hired by them, you know? So you kind of have to target clients that are maybe at the beginning, but there are a lot of big clients that have shitty content. So you just have to
That's true.
search for them. And also what happened with me is, for example, I work with a pizza company at some point, and I did a lot of good pizza videos for them and all that. And a lot of their competition saw what I did and hired me and paid me more to make a similar video.
Man.
So they get us at the same level, you know?
That's fantastic advice. I couldn't have said it better myself. I appreciate you taking the time to talk. I think we're going to shift tones a little bit now. I've got some multiple choice questions. It's going to be fun. It's going to be goofy. It'll be also very quick because I know that you're super busy right now in these COVID times, as am I, clearly, chilling out in my PJs. So when you're ready, here we go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sorry, technical difficulties. Welcome to Sounds Like Mike. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Sounds Like Mike edition. I didn't come up with a clever name for that. I thought I'd just make it up on the spot, and it didn't really work out that well. Either way, the game is starting. Basically, today I'm going to test your knowledge of on-set lingo, so basically slang. So I understand that it might not be the same where you are. It's probably going to be a lot different where you are. But I've got a list here of questions and some multiple choice answers that will test your knowledge of on-set slang. So, should be fun. And if you're ready, then we will get started right now.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so the first question for Alexandru. What is a fernie? A fernie is A, a person that deals with furniture, B, a furniture blanket, or C, a person that pretends to be furniture because hiring a film school grad is cheaper than renting props.
I'll go for
You can hear
B.
the answers again if you want. B. Okay. You answered B. And the answer is... Yay, it's B. Furniture blanket. Beautiful.
Damn.
You're on a roll. First question, you got it down. Second question. What is a jelly roll? A jelly roll is A, a roll of extremely clear, transparent tape. B, a type of pillow made by rolling up a furniture blanket. Or C, the most out of shape person on set, usually the sound guy.
Those are really funny, man. I will go with A. I'm not sure if it's correct, but...
All right, what is a jelly roll? You answered A, a roll of extremely clear, transparent tape, and the answer is... Oh, buzzer didn't work. Nah, it's not A. It's a roll. It's a pillow
B?
made from rolling up a furniture blanket. Yeah. And next question. Let's see. 10-2 or 10-200 is code for A, I'm stepping away for a second, but I'll be right back. B, there's 10 minutes left until lunch. Or C, I'm going to take a shit. So the term is 10-2 or 10-200.
Holy damn. Okay, I will go with A.
A. So 10-2 or 10-200.
Yeah.
A, I'm stepping away for a second, but I'll be back, or I'll be right back, is wrong. The answer is
Oh my
C,
God.
I'm going to take a shit.
Seriously?
Yes, 10-2 or
I
10-200.
didn't know.
Sometimes I say 10-2000 or 10-2 million if it's like a really big one. So 10-2000. Next question.
So is this like a real thing?
It is, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I heard the first time I heard it, I was on the set of Hell on Wheels, which is an AMC show, and they said it over the radio, and they told me to say it. 10-2. That's a good one.
Oh my God.
All right, next
So
question.
yeah, it kind of makes sense because it's a number 2, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 10-1
Okay.
is also like going P for reference.
Okay.
The next question. To Hollywood something. So if someone says, go Hollywood that, to Hollywood something is to A, set it on fire, B, hold it in your hands, or C, start a Me Too controversy.
I didn't hear B really good.
All right, to Hollywood something is A, to set it on fire, B is hold it in your hands, and C is to start a Me Too controversy.
I would say C.
C.
I don't know.
All right, we'll see if you're right. To Hollywood something is... It is B, to hold it in your hands. So basically, if you're like, oh, go Hollywood that bounce, means you don't have time to set it up on a stand, you just hold it. Anyway, C was a funny answer though. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next question.
Oh man, I suck at this game. It's like since we're talking in a different language here, it's obviously different
Oh, totally.
stuff, but it's, yeah.
That's funny. I knew it would be a problem. I thought it'd be a good opportunity for some good bits. So what is a stinger? A stinger is an extension cable, a burn that you get from touching a really hot light, or a person that follows the director around and announces the director's presence with a trumpet whenever they arrive on set. A stinger.
I would say option B.
Option B, a stinger. Is a stinger a burn that you get from touching a really hot light? It is not. It's A, it's an extension cable. I'm sorry, I made these
Holy
two. I made them
damn.
too believable. All right, next question. We're getting down to the wire. What is a floppy? A floppy is A, a rainproof bag specifically for large pieces of equipment. B, a black fabric frame with an attached piece of loose fabric meant for blocking light. Or C, a drug that actors take to prevent awkward erections during sex scenes. A floppy.
This one I know, it's B.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. That's right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, all right, what does AKS stand for? A, awkward kissing scene. B, asshole kid on set. Or C, all kinds of shit. That's AKS.
I will go for A, but I'm thinking about B. But okay, I'm gonna go for A, even though I'm thinking it's B.
All right, what does AKS stand for? You chose A. It is not A. It's all kinds of shit. So you'd have an AKS bag, or you might have an AKS case, something like that. All kinds of shit.
Okay.
Kind of a goofy one.
All right.
Not one that get used too often. And then
AKS.
we are on the third last question here. You're doing pretty good. What is pretty good for
Not really.
You got 2 right. So pretty good. What is a splinter crew? A, the behind the scenes crew on a film set. B, a smaller crew separate from the main crew that films scenes that require less crew than normal. Or C, a group of human-sized rodents that practice martial arts.
Damn. I'll go for B on this one.
B. What is a splinter crew? A smaller crew separate from the main crew? That is correct. Woo! That is correct. Splinter crew, smaller crew. Next question. Second last question. What does the sound guy say when they start recording sound? A, sound. B, speeding. Or C, they don't say anything. They just stare intensely in your direction until everyone knows sound is rolling. Eventually, everyone except for you and the person you're talking to will notice. Silence will fall over the set except for the extremely loud conversation you're having with the grip about how terrible Crafty is, only to be cut off by three different people shouting quiet on set, followed by a quieter but equally powerful shut the fuck up. You then slump down behind the camera cart and cry.
I don't know. I would go for option C because like this is usually what happens on our set. Because
C is not the official answer, but that happens.
Yeah,
that does happen quite often. So I'm gonna give that to you 100%. All right, and then we have the final question, and it's the most important question of them all. What is the best camera ever made? A, Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera. B, Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera. Or C, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera.
Oh, this one is a hard one.
I have a feeling this might conflict with your Sony affiliations.
Yeah. I would go for option B.
B, Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera. Hey, you're right. It's B. Woo! That's all the questions I got. You did pretty dang good. I wasn't exactly keeping track, but I think you got 4. 3.
3 or 4. Yeah. If you don't count the last one. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate you being a good sport about everything. You do great work, obviously.
Thank you so much.
Where do you want people to go to see your stuff? I'm assuming your Instagram. What do you want people to see of yours?
Actually, I want people to see my work at least one time. So if they can go on my Vimeo page at vimeo.com/Alexandru Don, and they can go and see exactly what I do there. And that is like my main work. And Instagram and YouTube is basically something that I do just for fun. And I'm not really investing that much.
Right. Gotcha. Beautiful.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
It was like really funny, and I love the game. I felt like in those shows you want to be a billionaire, but this one would be you want to be a filmmaker, and I obviously failed. So
I don't know if you're a millionaire, but you are a great cinematographer, and you are a really good guy.
So.
I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. You great fun.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you too, man.